What's going on, people? Today, I'm doing on this beautiful Saturday, I'm doing a Cuivari Socrates. The body of it is going to be full. Got a little pop off the light up. It's going to let you know, off the rip. Hey, listen, this is a grown person cigar. There's nothing light about it. It has a lot of flavor points to it. It's a good smoke, good price point too. Anybody that knows Cuivari knows that price point is going to be very, very comparable to. I want to say anywhere between $8 to $11. They have some that are going to be around the $14, $15 mark. But the majority of their brands are going to be anywhere between. No, I take that back, because you got the Creme and you got the Bonita Ventura, which will go anywhere between $6.95, $7 here in Atlanta to, like I said, $11 based on the size. But this is a good smoke. I wouldn't recommend it first thing in the morning unless you've had a serious breakfast. You've had to have a serious breakfast for this. So, great smoke, good body to it. You got hints of a nuttiness to it. Not as much chocolate, but you have a little bit of chocolate to it, and just a hint of spice that hits around it. So, based upon your profile, if it's something that you like, if you can find it, I recommend it. Get it, try it. For the price point, you can't beat it. Today, words of encouragement is understand that nobody's perfect. No one is perfect. You're not perfect. Your mate is not perfect. Your father's not perfect. Your mother's not perfect. Your dad's not perfect. As much as we would love to put people in perspective or perfection modes, we have to identify and understand that there's no perfect person on this planet. We all have faults. We all have shortcomings and things of that nature. So we have to make sure that we identify before we start going to blame mode of someone else. We first look at ourselves. And once we look at ourselves and we can identify that, let me see what it is that I can change. Well, let me see what it is that I can do to be a better person. In a whole, I wish that more people attempt to take on that phrase of life. Listen, what can I do to make myself better, to become a better person? And by becoming a better person, you become vetted, and you become to vet other people. Sometime, I had this conversation with someone, and the question came up, and they said, well, sometimes they feel like I'm always judging, or I'm judgmental in situations, especially when it comes to relationships, life, partners, things of that nature. Sometimes when your presence, you don't have to say a word. Your presence will demand that someone brings, step their game up. It's just like a parent, back in the day, remember when you used to walk into the house and if you notice you done did something wrong, or you're doing something wrong, you can't look your parent in the eye. And that's back when, hey, you used to be able to have that type of level of respect for your parents, your grandparents. You just didn't want them to see you. You don't want them to see you do things that was not good, So you kind of felt a little shame about it. Well, basically what you're looking at is that's a form of respect and understanding that what you're doing is might not be right. And a person don't have to necessarily say anything. It's just their presence. Their presence will bring it into them like that, So if they have a level of authorityship on them, if they have a level of authorityship on their personality, when they walk into a room, their presence is going to be that alone. Their presence is going to demand the fact that you're not going to come in, you're not going to disrespect them, you're not going to try to mistreat them, because at the end of the day, they're gonna come with it all. And understanding that who a person is and understanding what type of person that you're dealing with will identify, and you would know off rip. You can't get away with that. So I'm definitely not a fan of people sitting back talking how they want to talk to people, saying what they want to say and not having any repercussions behind it, because you got to understand, for every action there is a reaction. So you have to make sure that you identify the fact that you go off and you say something that's going to get you go off and say something that's off the rail. When you play foolish games, expect foolish prizes. So take those words, utilize them for how you need to, for your day, for your life, or whatever the situation may be. It was just placed on my heart for me to say that. If you have any comments, please leave a comment. I have no problem with responding to comments and everything. I'm just, trying to bring more exposure to this culture and this culture of cigars and the experience. I want your first time to be a great time. I don't want to have a situation where, you try to get into this arena and you don't know anything that's going on, and then you get caught up, and then all of a sudden it turns you away without giving it a good review or giving it an honest review. Understand what this process is. Most everybody started off at some point green, and based upon how they wanted to take this, the cigar industry, and how they wanted to take this, take it, they determined whether or not they were going to either just be a person that may smoke sometime, or they may partake, sometime. But, if you're going to go in and spend your money on something that, we all agree to, it's not a cheap situation. Get a better understanding for it. Understand the networking, understand the possibility of the friends that you can acquire, the associates that you can acquire, and be around, the opportunities that come across with it. It's just broadened everything. It broadens all your horizons. So just look at it for what it is, take it for what it is, and you'll soon understand that, okay, I get it. And I'd rather for you to get it than to not get it and be around and not respect what is actually going on. So hey, smoke well, my friends. Enjoy your day. Lifestyles.